So thank you for everybody. We've got 16 awards to get through. Really appreciate your time. Let's have a great evening. And let me bring up now our co-chair of the evening. It's Kathy Noel, the general manager of the Royal Victoria Marathon and everything else that she does in town. So Kathy, come up, please.
Thanks, Keith, and thanks everybody for coming tonight. When we look around the room and the people that we are going to be honoring tonight, it takes so much to get them to that place, for them to be able to compete, to volunteer, to organize events. When I started my event career, probably many decades ago, I was counting them today. I was like, okay, that was 4 decades ago that I started my recreation and event management, sport management degree at UBC. And we have a number of Camosun College students here today that are part of the sport management program. My dad, 40 years ago, said, "You want to go into what? Don't you want to be an accountant like me or a lawyer?" And he goes, what is sport management or leisure studies or recreation? We all know that the sport is a business, and so many people get huge benefits for being involved, whether it's the team effort and learning all of the great skills. But I want the Camosun College students who have come out, some of them are looking for jobs, but we have 30 students that are part of that program. So if they could raise their hand, they've all come out to volunteer tonight. Lots of them are coming out to the Goddess Run this weekend, which I'm very, very happy about. So Jordan, I want to introduce you, Jordan Cunningham, and let's get this show on the road. Thanks very much for coming.
Check. It works. Thank you, everybody. I must admit I was not intimidated until just this very moment. This is a very impressive collection of people. Thank you for being here tonight. It's an absolute pleasure for me to be here. It's a sit-down affair, which is strange for me. I'm used to standing at the podium. This is a casual little evening in the most formal of settings. So. We tread that line very well here tonight. As some of you know, I was a long-time sports reporter, sports anchor, sports director at CTV. I'm now at Czech News. And I spend most of my days running around the streets of Greater Victoria, talking to whoever will talk to me. People, places, and things type stories. I'm usually wearing needlessly tight pants. And I get your emails. I do. I know they're tight. I pull them on every morning. Anyway, I am very, very proud to be an employee and part owner of a TV station. It's very exciting. And I am very proud of the fact that we still include sports in our newscast. That's something that never would have been said even 5, 6 years ago, but we do. And I'm proud of that. You know, corporate shareholders don't care about the UVic bikes. Perfect season story tonight. Full-length feature. Oh, we do, yeah. And they don't care about the fact that soccer nationals are coming to UVic next year. Yeah, we do. There's a theme here developing. Also, it's the Brier kicking off in Kelowna tomorrow. They probably don't care about that, but all those things were in our 6 o'clock news then. You know? You know? We're getting dangerously close to a sportscast. It's nice. As well as live coverage from our event tonight, and we will have a roundup on our 10 o'clock news tonight. So, enough about that. It's just so nice to celebrate in this wonderful setting. And it's a bit heavy lately, right? Am I the only one feeling that, you know, in the city, the country, and the world? It's just a weird place to be You know, you go on Twitter this morning, and on the West Coast, we hate Wayne Gretzky and we love Brad Marchand. Like, what apocalyptic event precipitates that? Like, bizarre stuff. And you walk around and you see people in, you know, those little red t-shirts they sell in the government street stores? They've got bears and, I don't know, moose on them, and they say Victoria, BC, Canada, eh? You know, that kind of stuff. People are wearing those. Like people that live here. It's like they got dressed in the Passages gift shop of the Queen of Saanich. It's a strange, strange place. And in that vein, there's a bar in the back of the room. You are more than welcome and encouraged to partake in a few. Uber yourselves home. And make yourselves comfortable. After all, this is the home, the ceremonial home of British Columbians. But just don't get half in the bag and then run upstairs and pick a room at the end of the night. You do have to leave. You must leave. It's not the ceremonial overnight home of British Columbians, even though Her Honor is not here. So, now despite the formal setting, as I mentioned, it is a casual evening. Winners will be called up, and you'll come up here, sit in one of these seats, and I'll ask you a question or two about you. You know, we're not going to get into anything heavy. We're not talking tariffs or the Deutschmark or anything. I'm going to ask you about you and what made this year so special. So don't worry about that. If, you know, talking to a room full of people isn't your forte, you guys do your talking in your individual cities inside, maybe. And if you're uncomfortable up here, that's my fault. You know, I'm not doing my job. I'm the meat puppet up here. My job is to keep the ball in the air. Like, it's like the Oprah Winfrey Show. I'm Oprah. Actually, we should have like a Canadian equivalent to Oprah. I'm Deanie Petty. Or like Marilyn, I'm Adam Sterling. No? I think that's the first time in recorded history that comparison's been made. I don't know. Anyway, lovely guy, super smart, really good with what he does. Much like you guys are. What an incredible room. Let's get to it. You know, enough of my babbling. We have some awards to present. Feels weird just throwing this on the floor. Thank you. By the way, if you haven't visited the bathroom, I recommend it. It's nicer than every room in my home. We begin tonight with the Female Athlete of the Year presented by the Victoria Royals Foundation, and this year it was impossible to make up our minds. It's a three-way tie. Kaylee Filmer from rowing, Avalon Wastanes from rowing, and Carolyn Crosley from Rugby Sevens. And making the presentation on behalf of the Victoria Royals Foundation is Joey Polianowski, VP of Hockey Operations with the Victoria Royals. Come on up, guys. Photographs and such. Kevin, where do we want? Yeah. An incredible year for everybody. Kaylee, along with Avalon, part of the Canadian Women's 8 crew that secured silver. Thank you very much, guys. And our winners can take a seat here in our Champions Lounge. Okay, we all have microphones. Incredible. I mentioned Kaylee and Avalon. Kaylee, that was your second Olympic medal, adding the bronze from the women's pair event in Tokyo. What an incredible. I guess what my question would be, bronze in Tokyo, silver in Paris. You gonna complete that for me?
Not try to say that's my goal now. So, yeah, LA.
What a year, though. Incredible. How'd you
Definitely just having teammates like Avalon who's here. I mean, Avalon and I went to
Good
UVic
answer.
together, so. But yeah, big thing is just like the team. I think we had a special group that was quite inspired by each other every day, and it was a very unique experience to my other two Olympics where I wasn't an 8 before, but I was only 19 and so new to the group, and so I didn't have that same bond that I had this time around.
Right. And Avalon, you guys are in the same boat quite thoroughly. What was your best? If you had to distill kind of your takeaway.
Honestly, it was probably just like having our family and friends in the stands. I was also in Tokyo, and racing and then coming to the finish line and getting our medals, it just wasn't as special to not have our loved ones in the stands. So being there, like being overwhelmed with emotion and just feeling this absolute surreal moment just together was really special. But then like looking out and seeing of all our loved ones was really, really nice. Yeah.
You were in Tokyo. She won gold in Tokyo. A question I like to ask is, where do you keep that gold?
So for a while, I had it on just like a shelf in our living room. But then when I got the silver, it started feeling a little bit extra to have them both out. And the silver also comes in this like giant box, so it's very cumbersome. It's not something that I can really fit very easily in my small apartment. So right now, it's just stuffed away in the sock drawer.
That's great. It's not quite as weird as Kevin Light's. I don't know if anyone was here last year when we asked Kevin where he kept his. Kevin Light, everybody, 2008 Beijing men's 8 gold medalist. Where do you keep yours? Laundry room beside shampoo. I love that so much. Carolyn Crossley is our third winner tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And women's sevens just seems to capture the hearts of Canadians all the time. You guys had an incredible gold medal matchup with New Zealand. I know I was jumping out of my skin. You guys had the lead in that game. What was that like, walking out in that state against the Blackburn?
It was definitely surreal. We came into the tournament as underdogs. We came in at the beginning of the season ranked 9th. So to get to that gold medal game was an accomplishment in of itself, and obviously it was a heartbreaking finish for us, but we're still really happy we came away with.
Anybody you want to thank in particular? 2024.
My family, my grandparents, and my dad are here, and my best friend and also my teammate, captain of the sevens team, Olivia Apps, is here. So those are some people for sure that helped me get through it.
That's a great crew. Guys, thank you very much. Our female athletes of the year. All right. Now, we had a last-minute little bullet in there. Cody Forney wasn't here a few minutes ago, but he is now, which is wonderful. Our next award is our Male Athlete of the Year, presented by the Victoria Times columnist, and making that presentation on behalf of the TC is Edward Kennedy. So welcome everybody, Edward Kennedy, and call up to the stage right now our Athlete of the Year, Cody Forney. It's time for a quick photograph. And in case you didn't know, Cody Forney's 2024 year included gold in both the men's T51 100 and 200 meter wheelchair races, setting a Paralympic record in the process, 19.63 seconds in the 100 meter. Incredible stuff. Do we have a picture? Yeah. All right. Everything. All right, there's some things I just must know. Congratulations. So there was another thing, a transition from wheelchair rugby, right? You're international full players for our rugby team, so no big deal. Just become, world class in one event and then world domination in another. You are the world's fastest man in your discipline. What does that even sound like?
I don't really know. The transition from rugby to racing was a wonderful step that I should have taken a long time ago, because in rugby everybody kept telling me about my pushing technique and how much better I would be in racing. I never believed them. And so when I made the transition, it was just a smooth transition for me to do that.
Yeah, you're a great listener. This is great. And I love any world success by anybody but salt and pepper. That just really speaks to me.
I started going gray at like 19. It was ridiculous.
Ah, that's some good flow. Finally, male athlete of the year in this city. So many honors this year, but what does this do?
It means the world to me. It allows me to see things differently. Just puts up opportunities for me. I'm thankful.
Well, we're thankful you could get here. Ladies and gentlemen, male athlete of the year, Cody Forney. All right. Who said we couldn't do this on time? This is great. Moving right along. Our next award is the Female High School Athlete of the Year, presented by Outway. The winner is Clara Chudley, soccer player from Spectrum High School. Come on up. And making the presentation on behalf of Outway's founder and CEO, Rob Fraser. Thanks, guys. Have a seat. Here, and take one of these, too.
Thank you.
Clara, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I didn't even get through your resume here. You led Spectrum to first in Vancouver Round Final, 6 goals in 3 games at Islands.
Yes.
Yeah, captaining the senior girls team, academic honors as well. How are you so good at life?
I mean, I have a lot of great people around me, and a lot of role models in my family and all my friends, so I'd say I have them to thank for that one. Yeah.
Well, it also here, it says that you've committed to Trinity Western University women's soccer team for fall of 2020. You did know that you picked Heather, right?
Oh, that's a little bit of an awkward one because I did say no to them, but
That's okay.
it was a really hard choice.
It's all right.
You never know. I might have to come back home. We'll see.
Well, we will welcome you with empty arms. Well, we respect it. We respect your decision. What's the goal for you? I mean, it's never easy coming in as the first year. But what are you marking next year?
I think that I have a lot of high expectations for myself. I want to try and dress for the top 18 on the roster if I can. Go on a few trips, maybe nationals, if we work hard. I'm really excited to meet new people and new professors, and I'm really excited to get to know my coaches there. I really connected with them, so yeah, I'm really excited for all of it.
I can tell already you are going to do incredible.
Oh, thank you very much.
Clara, congratulations.
Thank you.
Trinity Western Spartans. It's a lovely campus. Of course, this now means it is the male high school athlete of the year. Again, presented by Outway, and we'll bring Rob Fraser from Outway back to present that award to Tyler Felt from Spectrum High School. What's so funny? Hey, hey. It's yours. I mean, this doesn't do wonders for my ego. I mean, I'm up here and there's just a steady parade of physically gifted, incredible people who are educated and smart. But somehow I have the microphone, so that's good. Wow. Tyler Felt, you're amazing. You had an incredible year this year. Provincial MVP. How special was that history-making season for you guys?
Super special, not individually, but like even as a team, that was great. One of our big goals was definitely win it, and to win it for the first time ever was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in case you didn't know, in case you're wandering out of the woods here, these guys won the Quad A championships at BC, something that hasn't been done since.
Ever?
Yeah. Well, I guess Steve Nash and the Smoo Blue Devils in, what, 92? Was, they did something similar. So there's probably been a few parallels drawn along the way. But, you know what, there's great news. He's going to UVic. Yeah. We get to keep him. I was allowed to say that, right?
Yeah.
So you're playing at Carson next year. What's that going to be like?
Super cool. Getting to stay home. 2 other commits from here are also going, so that's gonna be really fun. Obviously, team's great, undefeated regular season. So just keep the winning ways going next year.
Yeah. They're going to win a chip this year?
Of course.
That's right. 2 in a row next year with Tyler Felt. Amazing. Tyler, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bro is like 6'10". Okay. So our next award winner has to catch a ferry. She was supposed to be later on in the evening, so we're going to do it right now. It is the Coach of the Year presented by Runsport. And we'd like to invite Keith Bridge, Executive Director of Runsport, to make the award presentation to Jane Gumley, Head Coach, UVic Rowing. Hello. Getting your steps in. This is great. Now, while they take that picture, we have a few things to go over. Jane's year this year guided UVic, the rowing team, to their 3rd consecutive national title. That means in a row. 3 national titles in a row. First female coach to lead a team to a national championship in her first year. Coach of the Year for the 4th consecutive time in 2024. Jane, have a seat. You know, you need to catch a ferry. Where are you going?
Actually, not me. It's my parents.
Driving mom.
They
and
love
dad.
me so much.
I love it.
Came all the way out. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah. Good crew. Gosh, Jane, all you do is win. And that, obviously, you've got a lot of athletes working with you, and that takes such a strong connection with each and every one of them. How do you do it? What's your secret?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big team, and I think just trying to treat everybody equally and fairly is my main focus and drive, and mainly just looking for creating a positive team culture and making sure people are focused on more than just winning. Winning's fun and everything, but sport's so much more than that, and having that as the main focus and making sure that the athletes are learning that through their journey at UVic is really the big thing. So that's what we work on mainly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
3 straight national titles, 4 consecutive Coach of the Year. You're Tom Brady, basically. When does dynasty start creeping into the conversation? Can we say that yet? I'm saying it.
You can say it, sure, yeah. I'll wait.
Fine. Well, what do you do for an encore?
An encore?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's this
jeez.
year hold?
That's a good question. Summer's up in the air, to be honest. I'm not sure what we're going to do this summer, but next year, I got CU's in Montreal, Canadian University Championship, so maybe a 4-peat. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we're all behind you.
Yeah.
So, since all you do is win, I guess we'll see you same place, same time next year.
Yeah, fingers
Jake
crossed.
Gumley, everybody. Okay. Moving on, still on the water. It's the Female College University Athlete of the Year presented by Speed Mechanics. And making the presentation, we'd like to call up Mr. Kyle Orser, owner of Speed Mechanics, to our winner, Cece Faubert, rowing athlete from University of Victoria. Now, while they smile for the camera, wow. Canadian University athlete, rowing athlete of the year for 2024, was a big part of UVic's 3rd consecutive national championship. Gold in lightweight, singles and lightweight fours at nationals. Have a seat. Now, I saw your face on your way up, and that was the face of somebody who just had their name screwed up.
Yeah, it was.
Really? I knew it. God.
You were close.
So much for the perfect show. Apologize. How should I have said it?
Sai. You were really close.
I got Faubert.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
1 out of
great.
2.
Sai, what made 2024 so incredible for you?
I mean, coming off the summer, representing Canada at U23s, and then being able to just come back into the program more fit and just generally better at rowing, better at life than I was before. It's pretty cool to just carry that momentum forwards all the way through the fall.
Yeah. I'm always amazed what the rowers can take and what they do to themselves. It blows my mind. I mean, my fitness goals are to not look fat on TV. That's what I do. What you guys do is next level. Is your sport basically just pain tolerance? That's what I'm seeing.
I wish I could say something else, but you're right.
I knew it. What are the goals going forward? I mean, this is such an incredible program.
I'm hoping to get back into the sculling boats this summer, hopefully represent Canada again. Otherwise, more currently, we're gearing up to our big race of the season, Brown Cup, and come watch us on the Gorge Waterway. Really hoping to put one over UBC again this year.
Yeah, that. Well, you can add another piece of hardware to your incredible 2024. Sai, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Sorry about that. Not the worst I've gotten. Not the worst she's gotten. I'll take that. Okay. Time now for our Male College University Athlete of the Year. And the good news, among 100 million great things about this year, is that almost everybody was able to be here. Piers DeGrief, our winner of the Male Award, not able to be here tonight. But it's being presented tonight by Frontrunners, and we'd like to invite up Mr. Nick Walker from Frontrunners to present it to the parents of Piers DeGrief from Trinity Western. Mrs. Paul and Lisa DeGrief. Piers' year, incredible, as you may. Did you guys get a shot of everybody? Oh, yep. Nick, you got to hang out for a sec. U Sports Rookie of the Year in 2024. 193 kills, 115 digs in 19 games for any of you who speak volleyball. Incredible stuff. Represented Canada U21 silver medal this year. Guys, have a quick seat. Let's talk about your kid. God knows I like talking about mine.
So do we.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that. And I guess my first question would be, how proud are you of this guy?
You got the microphone.
Really proud. Yeah. It's been a delight. And just for the record, he's got 2 siblings, also doing really well. One playing for the beach national team, and one competing at Trinity Western for the women's rugby team. So.
Wow, that's a great pedigree. For some of us who've never met Piers, what kind of kid is he? What drives him? What kind of player is he? No, Mom, I want to hear from you. What kind of kid is he?
He definitely likes to prank people. He's got a real goofy side, but he's also a deep thinker, and yeah, he's got a good heart. And yeah, he's pretty wonderful.
I know what it's like to be a hockey dad and a soccer dad. Who goes crazier at his games between you guys? Really? It's Dad.
100%. And actually, right now, Piers is playing in Saskatchewan in a 5th set. So I might have been watching it on my phone.
You guys got to get out of here. You guys got a 5th set to watch. Paul, Lisa, thank you very much. And pass on our best to our athlete of the year. Piers DeGrief. Okay, before we move on to our next award, Mr. Keith Wells has a video for us from the Greater Victoria Sport Tourism Commission.
Jordan, thank you very much. Sport Tourism Commission, very happy to be part of this evening once again. And one of the things that Coben Mosset and I do, give a wave, Coben, works in the office with me. Hey. Coben has people. Our main focus is identifying events that make great sense for Greater Victoria, for the community, for the business community, trying to bring people here. And we're happy to say that we have about 34 events that we're sponsoring on the calendar for 2025. And we're really happy with that. We also attend sport tourism conferences on occasion, and we try to sell the region there. I wanted to play a quick video for you that we had created last year to kind of showcase some of the events that take place here and our facilities, just to give you an idea of how we're promoting the region to national sports organizations around the country. Over on the right, on the couch. Yeah. Hey. We're doing all right. No wonder they want to come here. It's a beautiful place. That video was produced by our friends at Roll Focus. You know, the whole, The whole sports community is aware that our friend Mike Walker is in the middle of an enormous health challenge right now, and that he's dealing with it with really incredible dignity and grace. It's really remarkable. I wanted to point out that Mike and Amanda are here tonight over by the piano there, and we just wanted to say thank you for the video work. Thank you for your involvement in the sports community. And man, we so respect the courage, way to go, Mike. We respect the hell out of the way that you're approaching everything right now, and just wanted to know that the sports community right behind you, and great respect. Thank you. Back to the awards.
Wow, what Keith said. Hi. Mike, Amanda, I love you guys. Last time I saw you, you didn't see me. I was at the Royals game 2 weeks ago on Friday night, and I looked up, and there's Mike and Amanda on the kiss cam. Casually making out in front of 4,500 people. You are contributors of the highest order. We adore you guys, and thank you so much for being here tonight. On with these awards. We have the Female Masters Athlete of the Year, presented by Victoria Marathon Society. We'd like to call up Susan McKelvey from the Marathon Society to make that presentation to Connie McCann from Pickleball. So Connie is an active pickleball competitor on the courts around Greater Victoria. If you play the sport, you know Connie McCann. President of the Victoria Regional Pickleball Association, the VRPA. Instrumental in developing the game and facilities across the region, initiatives introducing pickleball to more than 500 kids, 100 teachers, and she organizes everything under the sun. Have a seat, Connie. Take that. So you want to talk pickleball, do you? Do you watch the news a lot?
I try not to watch the news, Jordan.
I don't encourage that.
Other people do it for me.
Well, I don't know the math here or the history, but I think you're the first pickleballer to be awarded by the GVSA. How does that feel?
Well, it feels great, and I am so honored. Pickleball deserves this, and the pickleball community who have been staying with this game and growing the game deserve this award.
Yeah. Well, what do you have to say to the people who are
not pickleball players?
Slow to warm up to pickleball and its accompanying symphony. What do you have to say to them? Were you not expecting that question?
No, I wasn't expecting that question.
I mean, there's the sound, but I think what's even louder is just the absolute joy that's coming from the players. You know, you gotta be happy to be on the ground floor. Really, it's a fairly young sport. You gotta be happy to be leading the charge. Eh?
It is a young sport, Jordan. In fact, when I came on board, the sport was only 2019. And when I came on board VRPA, the association, we only had 200 members. Now, that's the tip of the iceberg for members, but we broke over 1,000 members in December. And the growth in this sport across Canada is just going through the atmosphere. Pickleball Canada says we're up over 100,000 registered members. So it is a sport on fire.
Yeah, wow. Take that, haters. Connie, congratulations. I guarantee the next time we have a pickleball story, I will be phoning you. Connie does everything. She so graciously comes on TV and puts up with my dumb questions. So, Connie, thank you, and keep it down out there, please.
Thank you, Jordan.
Connie McCann. I love that lady. Pickleball OG, right there. How many people know what OG stands for? One. Okay. Okay. Now, now on to our male athlete, Masters Athlete of the Year. Making the presentation is Kelly Mann, chair of the 94 forward. To make it to Mr. Tom Moffat from Horseshoe Pitching. Come on up, guys. Kelly didn't win anything. All right. Tom, have a seat, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, McDavid scored to beat the U.S., I think a week ago, almost to the minute. Tom's been doing that for a while, though. World Championship on U.S. soil. What would that feel like?
No,
First of all, let's give it up for that. Yeah.
it felt really good because most of the competitors from the United States, so it felt good.
How long you been pitching shoes?
23 years.
Just 23 years?
Yeah.
There's hope for me to be world class.
There you go. You only have to do two things. Hit the pin and have an open shoe.
I thought you were going to say an open beard.
You can have that too.
Yeah, I excel in sports. Okay. Anyway, you're not slowing down by the looks of it. What's coming up for you in 2025?
I've got 4 major tournaments. I've got the Canadians in Quebec, the World Tournament in Salt Lake City, the Hall of Fame tournament in Missouri, and the World Team Tournament for Team Canada in Wisconsin.
Wow, that's great. Well, I think I need your phone number because we need to do a story, first of all, because this is awesome. Do people get horseshoes? I mean, I know everybody played it at picnics growing up, but you guys pour so much into it. You're so good. Do people understand it?
Not so much anymore, but it used to be a big sport in Victoria back in the 1900s. In 1911, stuff like that. It was really big in Victoria. And we have kids playing, and we have a fellow that's turning 100 that still plays horseshoes.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm sorry, but my story has now moved on. If you can pass me his information, that would be great. Continued success, Tom. Our Masters Athlete of the Year, Tom Moffat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. I'm serious. I'm doing that story. Okay. On now to the Alex Nelson Awards. The Alex Nelson Awards celebrate outstanding Indigenous athletes, both female and male, who have excelled in their respective fields throughout the calendar year. These awards pay tribute to a remarkable individual who has dedicated numerous years to the advancement of sports and well-being, particularly within Indigenous communities. Alex was a highly accomplished athlete in his own right, as well as a respected coach and a trusted mentor to many, many people on Vancouver Island and across the province. And there he is right there. Stand up. Maybe give us a wave, Mr. Alex Nelson. Talk about OG. I love Alex Nelson. Happy to have Alex and Nella with us again tonight. Thanks for being here, guys. Now, the Alex Nelson Indigenous Female Athlete of the Year is presented by the Victoria Foundation. We'll ask Tamara Napoleon, chair of the Victoria Foundation, to come out and make that presentation. To our winner, from Shawnigan Lake Hockey, Alexandra Nelson. Now, about Alexandra's year, goalie for Shawinigan Lake School in the CSSHL, earned bronze with Team BC at the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships, awarded the Provincial Premier's Award for Aboriginal Excellence in Sports. You do a lot of things. Lacrosse, rowing. Have a seat. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, criteria for this award actually is not being named Alex Nelson. That is just an incredible twist of fate.
100, yeah.
What made this year so special for you?
I think the first thing that capped off the year was the Hockey Day in Canada. I was able to be on the alumni event as well for that game with Team Darcy Tucker. So that was very, very fun. You know, sharing the ice with hockey legends was really cool for me. And then moving on, we had our CSSHL finals. Second time in program history. We unfortunately lost. It was a good game though. That was, again, second time. Been on that team for 2 years, so both years that we was with me on the team. And then I went up to Yukon for the all-native hockey tournament, won gold in that. And then I think that's pretty much a lot, like the majority of it. A little bit. Obviously, the Premier's Award for Indigenous Youth Excellence in Sport. And then in the summer, I got to give back to my community and work with all the youth. So
that's great. In that alumni game, were you in goal or were you skating?
I was in goal.
You were in goal.
Yeah.
Wow. Did your parents ever try and talk you out of playing goal?
Multiple times.
Really?
Yeah. The story about that was the teen, I would think it was like novice, so like really, really young. They needed somebody to play goalie and never looked back ever since.
Good
so, but yeah, and then, you know, got fortunate enough to represent Team BC with iSpark as well. We captured 2 bronzes in my years there. So, yeah.
So I guess my follow-up is, what is next? What an incredible year for you. What kind of springboard is that for you into 2025? What can we expect?
So I'm going back up to Yukon again for the all-native tournament, and then right now I'm playing lacrosse for the newly all-West women's lacrosse over there in Vancouver, and I'm studying at UBC. So that's pretty much it. Playing hockey and lacrosse for fun now. So.
Oh, I'm just basically killing it at life. Alexander Nelson, congratulations. So good. Thank you so much. Here, enjoy. I always feel so sorry for the goalie parents. My God. My kid can screw up an entire shift and nobody notices, but the goalie blinks once. Our next award, the Alex Nelson Indigenous Male Athlete of the Year, and that is presented by Pisces. We'd like to welcome up Mr. Robert Bettauer, CEO of Pisces, to join us for that presentation. 2, our winner, Mr. Patrick Elliott, Vancouver Island Soccer League. Patrick was a key player for Lake Hill Div 1, potting 10 goals this season, active mentor, role model within the Indigenous community. Have a seat, man, and grab this microphone. Congratulations. So many great Indigenous soccer players that I grew up with, that I know of in this community. How important is it for you to be a role model out there?
In our community, we have a lot of young athletes who are rising up, and I think in soccer in BC is slowly growing. I think there's more opportunity for the youth, and that's very important for Indigenous athletes.
Yeah. I saw Paul Byrne from PFC here tonight. Might want to leave a card. Patrick, for somebody who's never seen you play, what kind of player are you?
Yeah,
you do well out there.
I'm an attacking midfielder, and yeah, it's my favorite sport. I've played soccer my whole life, and I'm grateful to be here tonight.
Favorite player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I've heard of him. One thing I see here, VIU or UVic. You got a decision to make or what?
I've already made the decision. I chose VIU, so yeah, I'm studying I start in April and looking forward to it.
Wow. What are you studying?
I got into an Aboriginal university bridging program, and yeah, looking forward to it. I'm also training with the Mariners right now, so it's pretty good. Yeah.
Right on. Well, the other side of the Malahat got you, but we'll say we're keeping you. You're just down the road. Best of luck to you, Patrick. Can't wait to see what you're up to in the future. Patrick Elliott, everybody.
Thank you.
Well done, man. Have a good one. That is a sharp-dressed man right there. Our sponsors, of course, play a key, integral part of the awards every year, and we are so lucky to have so many supporters of sports in our great region. Presenting sponsor, again this year, is the Victoria Foundation. We're happy to have Tamara Napoleon, chair of the Victoria Foundation, with us tonight, and we will ask that she joins us for a few words. Tamara.
Good evening. I want to say thank you to Destination Greater Victoria and the Greater Victoria Sports Awards Committee. I'd also like to congratulate those being recognized for awards tonight. The Victoria Foundation's purpose is to create a sense of belonging for all. Sports and physical activity are keys to help people find their place in our community. From joining a local hockey team, to running clubs, to enjoying paddling on lakes or our oceans, there's so many opportunities in our region. This is why I believe sports and recreation was the highest ranked issue in our vital signs report last year, moving from a grade of B to a B+. That said, there's always more to be done to keep recreation opportunities alive in our region. Many of those involved in sports and physical activity have been supported in one way or another by a nonprofit or charitable organization. Tonight's award recipients come from a variety of ages and backgrounds, which shows, I think, that you can enjoy sports at any activity for life. Right from youth sports to masters, we all have a place within the community. I also think it's important that we continue to support sports and recreation in our region in order to help keep our grade at a very high level, and maybe even get it up to an A in our vital signs grades. Thank you again, and I hope everyone has a fantastic night.
Tamara, thank you. I swear to God, this jacket fit before lunch today. Have you ever been to that little Middle Eastern joint? They're like Syrian, Jordanian in James Bay. Incredible. They're called Levantine. Shameless plug, I guess. Anyway, it's delicious. Team of the Year, presented by Wilson's Group. And we'd like to welcome up Samantha Wilson, brand manager for Wilson's Group, joining us on stage for the presentation. An award that goes into the hands of Spectrum Senior Boys Basketball. Come on up, guys. Spectrum, as we mentioned earlier, the 2024 BC Quad A Boys Basketball Provincial Champions. And yeah, a little history. First island team to pull off that trick since Steve Nash and the St. Mike's Blue Devils in 1992. Undefeated 23-0 record throughout the season, multiple tournament wins, including here on the island with the Gary Taylor, the Terry Fox tournament as well. Team members recognized as top recruits and provincial all-stars. All right. Samantha, thank you. Have a seat, fellas. You guys grab those ones, and you grab that one. Fellas, incredible stuff. Coaches, why don't we get your names? I don't have them right here.
My name's Tyler Verdi. Yep. James Plato.
And this is the team right here. It was 5-on-3 all season. A dude with a beard, and yeah. like a generational accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough that's like pie in the sky type stuff that you guys managed to pull off. What was it like I mean, that's a history-making season.
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. You know, we had a really young team. Like, we're all great. All the players were grade 11, basically. We had 2 grade 12s that, you know, started, but then the rest of the players were grade 11. So we surprised a lot of people, I would say. And, you know, with them all coming back again this year, we actually have provincials next week. Looking to do it again. So 2 years in a row, hopefully.
Wow. Tyler, what was that like when that final buzzer went?
Yeah, as you said, surreal. Yeah, just looking to go back-to-back this year.
How do you guys celebrate when you're 16, 17, 18 years old?
Lot of water thrown in around the locker room.
Hydration is key. That's
Yeah.
right. And Coach, what about you? What do you say about this group of kids that only comes along once in a lifetime?
Yeah, they're definitely pretty special. I think, as you mentioned, that you don't get a group like this very often. We're very fortunate that we've had them for 2 years, but they do everything together. They're super close. We're all super close, and it'll be, you know, one final week together, and then we'll move on. But we're kind of marked in history forever, so it's been really special.
Yeah, no kidding. Who do you guys have to take down for another banner?
Well, there's actually a game going on right now at Oak Bay. It's Oak Bay versus Dover Bay. So winner goes to provincials. They'll be ranked second. We'll be ranked first, so it could be an all-island final, potentially.
No kidding. It's 1-2 in BC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Wow. Well, fellas, thank you so much. So much has been said about your season, and you got another chapter to write this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, our charity this year, there is always a component with the awards, and I'd like to welcome up Stacy Lund, Business Development Manager at Pisces, which is our Gift to Play is the charity this year. Welcome, welcome. There's a microphone with your name on it. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Now, physical literacy, folks, is key to all. Tell us about the program.
Yeah, so I think Pisces has probably touched many lives here this evening, and we have a campaign called the Gift of Play and Gift of Potential to raise funds to expand our programs. We work with over 10,000 kids and youth every year in schools and at Pisces in physical literacy programs and performance pathway development. So we're on a mission to do more of this, reach more kids, and we really believe in inclusivity and making sure that all kids get access to quality sport and physical activity. So this is we're very honored to be the charity this evening. Thank you.
Well, it is a rewarding line of work that you're in. What's around the bend for you guys this evening?
Well, we have our Canadian Sports School, which we have 30 students in the school. They spend half their day at Pisces. We have summer camps just around the corner and lots of great programs happening daily on our field, in the gym. Lots of excellent sporting events.
Well, keep up the good work. And while we have you here, we'll take care of some business and have Keith Walls from the Sport and Tourism Commission come forward for a presentation.
Thank you.
Our charity of choice this year really helped to support the Pisces of their giving. Okay. Again, full on Stacy, thank you. I love Peninsula Co-op. Best job I ever had. Yeah. I was a horrible manager at the grocery store on Keating Crossroad. I specialize in the bulk section. Got a little handsy in the bulk section. You know what I mean? Sorry if there's somebody from Peninsula Co-op. Hi.
I loved it there. I really did. Number 7917. Okay, we have a new award category this year, and it is certainly warranted. The event of the year, and that's presented by the Victoria Marriott Inner Harbor. And we would like to call up Danielle Powell from the Marriott Inner Harbor to present the awards. And again, we could not make up our mind. It is a two-way tie. First of all, let's have up the fine people in scarves. Hockey Day, get up here. Hockey Day again. Yes. Now, this was the National Celebration of Hockey from January 17th to the 20th, synthetic outdoor skating rink at Ship Point. It was a breathtaking scene, an incredible backdrop for the game we all love. Included an alumni game that Alexandra played in. Gala, hot stove, 12 and a half hours of national television time. And honestly, I watched the entire thing from my couch. Victoria has never looked so good on TV ever. Thanks, guys. Have a seat. Oh, hi, John.
Jordan Cunningham. Thanks for getting my name right. Oh, you never mentioned my name.
Oh, didn't I? John Wilson, everybody. Oh, okay, right. Brenda McFarlane and Heidi Barlow Lee, or yes, Barlow Lee. And I see I love that guy right there. Bob Barlow. Talking legend. If Bob's around the bar later, just ask him. Ask him the question about his first shift on NHL ice. It's the best thing you will ever hear in your entire life. But I digress. Wow, we all saw, I think, or I hope, the presentation that happened on CBC. It was incredible. How was it to see that all come together?
It was incredible. I mean, it was beyond belief. We worked a committee of 60 people, Heidi leading the way, and it was just incredible to watch the community get together and showcase Victoria like we knew it could be. In January, I spent probably a year telling our Sportsnet and Scotiabank folks from back east that it never snows in Victoria. And it snowed in Victoria, but we made the best of it, and it was great. It was a fantastic event, and it was great to see the community get behind it. And we want to see more of that in the community, and we need that in sports. Everybody needs to, if they get a chance, go out and support whatever it is. We need to make sure it continues on here.
Heidi, how about you? Any kind of pinch me moments for you during that week?
A lot of pinch me moments. That was a big event. We rolled out 22 separate events over the 4 days. Turned the downtown into something spectacular, a sea of red. For me, I grew up in hockey. My dad played in the NHL, so it was just a full circle moment for me. Being in the events industry and then being able to put on a big event like that for hockey was full circle. And the committee, John Wilson, recruited 55, 60 people for this event that were just rock stars. They made my job easy, but yeah, just incredible. And many of them are all out here.
Now, I hate to sound like a giant cheese ball, too late for that, but the thing that kind of stuck out to me, I honestly have never seen our city look better than it did on that Sportsnet presentation. They actually work wonders. We do live in a postcard, I get that, but that kind of struck me. It was like, we get to live here, and the rest of the country is, I was getting texts from everywhere in Canada, people just so over the moon about the presentation. What did you think?
I don't know about you or you all, but it was emotional. Watching the opening ceremonies, watching the First Nations war canoe come in, and the protocol happening in the opening part of the broadcast, I could hardly hold back tears. Huge pride in where we live. I felt like bragging a little bit, except for that snowstorm. That was unfortunate, but we actually turned lemons into lemonade and had an amazing hot stove at Victoria Golf Club. and the attendees who were going to play golf actually said they had a better time listening to the NHL greats. So we did have a good way to turn lemons into lemonade, and the whole event was special and emotional.
No, phenomenal. Yeah, who would have guessed Canadian weather actually strikes on Hockey Day in Canada? Weird. Legacy stuff. There's so much wrapped up into this.
Yeah, well, we're able to purchase a synthetic ice surface for the community. The Victoria Royals, Joey and his team at the Royals have been kind enough to let us store it there, and we are breaking it out again at the end of March. Please, you're all welcome. The Century Celebration, Victoria Hockey Legacy Society is putting on the 100-year anniversary of the Victoria Cougars winning the Stanley Cup, an unreal accomplishment. I have my shy friend here, Raheem the Dream Kudabucks, with the Victoria Cougars jersey. And so please, it's in a lot of stuff in Oak Bay, but Mac McNeil's Barton Banker.
Hopefully he'll come out
So
of his shell one day.
I know, he's quite shy.
That's great. I loved that jersey. They really had it dialed in 1925. Bob Barlow was not on that team, but he was on the Victoria Maple Leafs team, 1966. Won the Western Championships. Yeah. Anyway.
Fastest goal by a rookie in the NHL will never be broken.
Oh my gosh. That's the story you have to ask Bob about. It's the best. Guys, finally, you think, it was such a tough one to pull off. There were so many, moving pieces. You feel the city and this group proved something?
Definitely. There's a lot of logistics to this one, and the support we had from the city, Destination Greater Victoria, Province of B, City of Victoria, Scotiabank, Sportsnet. Like, we worked with so many different groups to pull this one off. Logistics challenging, but I think it all came together and looked fabulous on TV. And showcase this city in winter, right? That's what we want.
Well, hey, we know we can do it, and you guys did it. Congratulations. Hockey Day in Canada. Take care. All the best. Yeah, with all due respect to Czech News, that was the best television of the calendar year. Czech's pretty good, though. Wow, another just massive event. And it was Touchdown Pacific. And again, proved a lot of people wrong when that event came to fruition and was rolled out. Marianne Alto, Mayor of Victoria, is here along with Dwayne Viano, President of the BC Lions, Colby Fackler, Lions VP of Sales, and Jordan Dowler-Coleman, who is the GM of Game Presentation and Events. Come on up. And let's talk football, guys. Stand. You guys said you wanted to. No, I'm starting to seize up anyway, so I need to stand. I did heavy squats last night and I can barely do anything. That's for you. Thank you. Full house all of a sudden. Guys, congratulations. Just a huge, huge event. Big scope. First time it's ever happened on Vancouver Island. I know there was a lot of pride taken in that, but I think, from a visceral sort of standpoint, anybody driving by that stadium saw, to our eyes, a bona fide CFL. What did that, Mayor Alpha, maybe I'll start with you. What was that feeling to you? Huge Lions fan, by the way. To see everything come to life at RSG.
Yeah, that was amazing. And actually, I just want to echo with the thanks for my friends and family who were with Hockey Day in Canada. Much of the same sentiment I think we felt with Touchdown Pacific. It really did showcase Victoria as a city that can host incredible sports events. And I think really between the two events gave us a chance to really demonstrate what sports means to community. And the amazing contributions, collaborations, the willingness of Amar Doman to take this massive risk and bring his team and all of the fall that went around with it for the few days beforehand. I don't think anybody can appreciate how incredible that was for him as a private owner to be able to really step dramatically out of the box and take that, bring it home, because of course he is from the neighborhood. And we couldn't have been more proud. We could have been more excited about how it worked. And I know you're right. Just like with Hockey Day in Canada, the national coverage on the various different sports events and hours and hours and hours. When I walked on that field the morning of the game, and I had an amazing young woman from the Songhees Nation who did an incredible opening before the game started. First time that had ever happened for a CFL game on a national scale. And she was just overwhelmed, as were we. I just kind of stood in the corner and went, oh my God, I'm standing on a CFL field. It's so weird. And you're right, the 16,000 people, we kind of crushed in a few more than we should have. I think don't tell anybody that. It was just more than we should have been there. Don't tell the fire chief. It was an incredible experience. And yes, I'm obviously, everybody knows by now that I'm a massive Lions fan, but I think more importantly than that, for us, the commitment of the team and the owner to the city, the amazing experience that all of those fans had, and just again, the demonstration of the fact that Victoria is a sports town. So don't let anybody tell you anything else. It's a sports town, and we're going to do stuff like this for a long time.
And the mayor was modest that morning of the game. She went out and kicked a 50-yarder in a stiff wind. No cameras on site. Guys, they said it couldn't be done. Or some people did anyway. And
The mayor said it could be done.
the mayor was on board from day one. Yes.
So from day one, the story about the mayor is I called her and I said, we're thinking about doing this. And I couldn't even get it out of the words out. She said yes. And we just started going from there. So I kid you not, Mayor, am I telling the truth? Yes. So
The next time I call the mayor for an interview, I'm just going to say the words BC Lions. Bike lanes, BC Lions. Yes. This is great. What?
Ooh.
Come on. What stuck out to you, Blaine, as being special about this city when it comes to your sport?
Well, first off, Touchdown Pacific is a special event. It's not just a Lions home game. It is really an asset that the CFL runs and owns. And so to come here and play it for the first time ever on the Pacific, and then having a BC Lions home game, being on the island and never played before, was very special. But we have a lot of season seat holders and fans on the island that come every single game, the mayor being one of them. And it was just very good to come back and give back and come to the community, and then have the entire country also come here to experience what Victoria has to offer was very special.
Jordan, from a game presentation perspective, did you know what to expect? And once it came to fruition, kickoff happened, and there was that crowd response. What was yours?
No, I did not know what to expect. The first time I sat down in Dwayne's office and he explained what we were going to do, and then he was asking me to help work on this project, I couldn't grasp what the full scope of it was. But he told me this will be the hardest thing you ever do, but it will be the most rewarding, and he was 100% correct. It was a massive project for our side of it, working with the city, and the city was phenomenal. All the people who we worked with on the city side, Royal Athletic Park, everybody just got the mission, got the vision, and we all pulled in the same direction. And the day is similar a little bit, I think, to what the mayor felt. Walking in that morning, you knew you were about to experience something special. And, we put on football games all the time, and they are special, and they feel good, and there's lots of new fans, everything. But this was different. This was an experience that we knew was going to have people attending it who had never experienced something like this in their city before. And you could see that and you could feel that. And the energy in that building was electric. I mean, we have phenomenal fans always, but there was something very special about that day, and we're very proud that we got to share that with Victoria. And so we want to thank Victoria for welcoming us. Obviously, it was an honor to come and do it with you guys, and you showed up for us, so we appreciate that.
Can I tell you a quick story about our owner? You brought up Amar a few times, but our owner, Amar Doman, is from Victoria, and we also hosted Grey Cup this last year in 2024. I kid you not, he was more excited and thrilled about Touchdown Pacific and bringing a game home to his hometown than Grey Cup. And it's just the way it was. It was that special feeling, and it was really important to him. So thanks.
Well, we were in it.
That's right. We were in this one.
And that's.
And we won.
We were on a bit of a skid going into it too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And Colby, maybe you can chime in on this. There was a lot of pressure. Homegrown quarterback. A lot of people were kind of seeing what would go wrong, and then, you guys won on top of it. Did you have your fingers crossed that everything would come to fruition? And I mean, in the end, everything just came from roses.
Yeah, so I'm always on the sales side, so it is if you build it, they will come, and take credit to Victoria. Like, you came, holy cow, and quick. We sold this thing out in under 2 hours. And the desire and the people coming down to the Inner Harbor for all of the events that we put on, the practices and everything else, it was fantastic. But we built it, people came, and then it's up to the team. And, been working in sports a long time, and when the team's winning, the beer is cold and the hot dogs are hot. And when the team's losing, the hot dogs are cold and the beer's hot. So, having a big 38-point win, I think it was the beer was nice and cold that day because it was real hot out. So it was fantastic.
Can I just add one thing to that too? So we got to do something fun here too from a games presentation side, which is we play it in a dome stadium. Obviously, I don't get to fire off 250-foot fireworks every game. We got to do that here. About halfway through the first quarter, the pyro guy gets on the radio and he goes, "Hey, we're about to run out of pyro. You guys are scoring so many touchdowns. Do you want us to save any?" And I said, "Save any? I can't take it with me. Blow it all. Let's go." So it was definitely a fun afternoon.
That's great. Now, of course, the Super Bowl is always played at a neutral site. So, how about it? We getting a Grey Cup or what? Obviously. But you guys liked it so much, you're coming back.
We are coming back. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we did an event last year as a part of Touchdown Pacific. We did an open practice at Starlight in Langford, and fans came in and they just came to watch a practice. So we thought, you know what, let's see what we can do. Come back on the island, and we're doing a preseason game there on May 19th, and it's the first preseason game of the entire season. So we're coming back, and there's a hot buzz going on right now as well. Like it's very similar in flavor to last year.
Well, my home is just up the street from Starlight. I could sit on a skateboard and be there in 3 minutes. So hopefully that beer's cold.
Jordan's going to put you in game presentation.
Oh my God! If I can fire a T-shirt gun, I'm yours forever.
Do you know how to wear a mascot outfit or anything?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll sign you up.
Yeah, no, this is great. 3-down football has never looked so good, guys. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
A 50-yarder into a stiff wind. She can do it all. Moving right along, we have the Pat Hall Volunteer Award presented by Peninsula Co-op. We would like to welcome up Brandy Natarelli, Manager of Community Relations for Peninsula Co-op, to present the award to our winner from Special Olympics, Joan Gagnon. Joan is a dedicated volunteer enhancing athlete experience in so many different programs. Instrumental in community outreach, fundraising initiatives, fosters a positive and inclusive environment for athletes and coaches. Joan, welcome. Have a seat. I feel so bossy just telling people to have a seat.
Yeah, that's all right. It's kind of the polite thing to do. That's good.
Okay, true or false? Special O athletes have more fun than anyone else on the planet.
Just about, I'd say you're right. Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank you for this award. And I would be very remiss if I didn't thank all of the volunteers who support our athletes in Victoria. From our committee, and the head of our committee, Kaylee Bowman, is here tonight and joined us. Thank you, Kaylee, for all your work. And all of our coaches and our wonderful volunteers. We have about 300 athletes, 70 volunteers, amazing coaches. So Special Olympics really transforms the life of people who have challenges with intellectual disabilities. So Special Olympics looks at abilities. We look at the abilities of our athletes. It's an amazing opportunity. So if anyone here is interested in volunteering, we certainly provide you with those opportunities. So sorry, go ahead.
Well, Joan, you strike me as that kind of lovely human who always remembers everybody's name and can be depended on for everything. What is, I guess, the most gratifying part of being involved in Special Olympics?
Getting to know the athletes. Getting to know the athletes, hearing their story, because when you volunteer at a particular sport, the athletes love to talk to you. They love to tell you their story. They love to tell you some of their struggles. And it's nice, it's a privilege to listen to them. It's a privilege to hear their story, to see what you can do to help, and to watch them demonstrate their abilities and their determination and their value as they take part in the sport. So it's just great.
Have you ever been to a special out dance party?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
I know.
It is you run
It's great. That's what I do. Yeah,
Okay, well, she throws the party.
well,
They're
I
so
do.
much fun.
I do. We'll invite you next year.
Yeah.
Well, of course. Yes, we do. We have a winter dance-a-thon, so it's a fundraiser. And then we have a big event at the end of the year where we have an annual meeting, and then we have dinner and awards, and then a dance, all in the space of 4 hours. So we get it done, but it's lots of fun. And the athletes love music, they love to dance, so it's just great.
You're working miracles in that 4-hour window. That's incredible. What is this? Finally, what does this mean to you?
Special Olympics?
No, the award.
Oh.
Maybe
You did just ask me that, didn't you? The award is a shared award. I feel sharing this award with everyone who helps our athletes, coaching and volunteering and cheering them on. And, you know, many of our athletes do need that kind of support in their daily life, and we provide that.
Guess what we need?
What?
More Joan Gagnon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Another very important award we have tonight, as we do every year, the John and Marilyn Bate Organization of the Year Award presented by DFH Real Estate. Joining us tonight, Wendy Patented, CEO of CSI Pacific, and Kathy Noel from DFH Real Estate is here to make that presentation to CSI Pacific, Organization of the Year. In case you didn't know, CSI Pacific, a world-class training environment, provides leading Olympic and Paralympic daily training environments, athletes, coaches, best in the world. Significant Olympic contribution in the Paris 2024 Olympics. Affiliated athletes comprise 44% of Team Canada, half of Team Canada, and secured 50% of the nation's gold and silver medals. Wendy, have a seat. Grab that microphone right there. I didn't even have time to get through half of your numbers there. That's incredible. And rolled into that, of course, educational initiatives, helping kids balance academics and athletics. You got to really be proud of what's been assembled of that.
I'm so proud of our entire team. We have the privilege of working with the best athletes in the world, day in and day out. And it's an honor. I have one of the best jobs in sport, clearly. But just seeing them perform in Paris this past summer was incredible.
That's the funny thing. When I go over there to cover it from a news perspective during the Olympics, the place is empty. Empty. What is the buzz like in an Olympic year under that roof in the months leading up to Paris?
It is busy, right? Everyone's working so hard. Like our team, I have a team of 75. We've got sports scientists, sport medicine that are the best in the world. Researchers, they are just working day in and day out, traveling on the road a lot. Basically, they're problem solvers, helping solve problems, how to be better, and how to help Canada win medals.
Do you look forward to that first year in an Olympic quadrennial when you can sort of chill?
I do, but we don't really get to because we work with both summer and winter sports. So we have a winter campus in Whistler, so not as much reprieve between games as we would like, but it's fun. It's high energy. Like I say, you get to work with great people. We have an incredible team, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you mentioned an incredible team. You might want to throw some names out. There's a lot of.
Well, I know Noah's here. Where's Noah? Noah's business ops, communications, and Noah Wheelock. Yep. And on our research side, we're led by Dr. Trent Stellingworth, and then I've got Dr. Kirsten Barnes, Kurt Innes, Cam Ludu. So incredible team. Like I say, that just enjoy working with the athletes.
An incredible funny. Wendy, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to accept this.
Thank you so much. And we have one final award for the evening, and that is another new one. And Keith Wells, co-chair of the Sports Awards, will tell us more. Keith.
Jordan, thank you very much. He has kept things moving, huh? 16 awards tonight. We said that we would be done at 8:30, and we have 10 minutes. He has done a masterful job. Jordan, thank you very much. So our organizing committee thought it would be a good idea to have a special award that the committee could hand out on occasions when an individual, team, or organization doesn't necessarily fit into one of our other categories. And we decided on naming it the Legacy Award. So that's number one. We then thought about individuals in the community who have displayed an incredible commitment to sport over the years, and we thought about Cleve Deanshaw from the Times Colonist. Now, Cleve has been writing about sports here for over 40 years and is committed to telling the stories of sport in Greater Victoria. So we decided to name our award the Cleve Deanshaw Legacy Award. Very fitting, and it's for those who contribute to the sports community in a meaningful way and have the commitment that Cleve has had to sport over these 40-some years. And he has been around for a while. It's interesting, we were talking about this Hockey Day in Canada, or the Cougars Centennial, which is coming up next month. And we had a media conference about this a month ago, and they had a bunch of artifacts that they brought out from 1925, including an article that was written in the Daily Colonist in 25. Cleve wrote it, which was kind of, his name was on the byline. It was unbelievable. He's been doing this for such a long time. Anyway, our first Cleve Deanshaw Legacy Award winner is a posthumous winner, and we wanted to recognize former Premier John Horgan. Now, the Premier was a real sportsman. He attended Reynolds High School and found purpose and direction through sport and his involvement in basketball and lacrosse. A lifelong fan, of course, of the Victoria Shamrocks. Unwavering support. There was really something else. Apparently, he attended every game, even adjusted his schedule at times so he could make some of the Shamrock matches, the important ones, which is really amazing. As Premier, some of his accomplishments from a sports standpoint include bringing the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup to British Columbia and helping BC through COVID, the BC sports community. One of his last I'm just John from Langford moments as Premier was to go to the offices of various ministries to personally thank staff for their work during the pandemic recovery, as he felt that these sectors were amongst the hardest hit during those challenging times. Really quite amazing. The Premier's wife, Ellie is here tonight, and we'll ask that she comes forward to accept the award. And Cleve, if you could come up as well. And with family friend Keith Bridge, please welcome Ellie Horgan.
Congratulations to the greatest lacrosse fan there ever was.
Thank you very much. Just get a little first.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is so lovely. John would have been so excited to be at an awards ceremony where he wasn't just presenting, but actually receiving. Sports were so important to him. Has everybody heard the story about our wedding night? It was, we got married in February '84. Sarajevo Olympics were going on. And we got to the honeymoon suite, and John gets on the phone and goes, "Hello, Hockey Central? This is honeymoon control." And it was like, Canada was playing Sweden. And I was just like, oh man, if they were playing for gold, I could understand it. But bronze. That was my John. He just loved sports. And I just thought it was such a cruel twist of fate that we were in Berlin and the Shamrocks had a perfect season. It was just, and getting news in Berlin, they really censor what we could see and hear. So friends had to basically tell me through Facebook or Messenger what was going on because we couldn't get news. It was not available in our area. So anyways, thank you all so very, very much. He loved sports. He loved all of you. And yeah, that's all I got to say before I cry. Thank you.
$8.26. Wow, that's efficient. Folks, that brings an end to our evening here at Government House. And just one final thing about John Horgan. It was mentioned to me that his connection here was really something. He had his retirement here and a couple of other events, and his wish was that they go down into the pool room and the dart area there and that they would have beer and chicken wings. That is what he would do here at Government House. And so we think it's a nice memory, and congratulations to the Horgan family for that. Jordan, one more time, our MC. Come up for a second. I got a little token of appreciation for you. Folks, that is it. Thank you very much for being here with us this year, celebrating our top athletes, officials, volunteers, teams from 2024. Really appreciate you coming here and supporting sport in the region. Please come next year when we're back here at British Columbia's house. Thank you again. Good night.